in Islam, if you look at and read at Islam, it doesn't permit you to go kill people. Killing is the second biggest sin on earth. Especially Ahlul Kitab means the guy who follows a book. You cannot kill. He's got his own religion. Who am I to say, wait a minute, your religion is fucked up. It's not right. Why are you following the religion? Nothing to do with me. It's your religion. Me, as a person, have the right to tell you, brother, this is a wrong. This is a wrong thing you do.
What is the biggest sin then?
The biggest thing is association with God.
The biggest sin, I mean.
The biggest sin is association with God. You, like Indians, how Indians, they sit and obey to the statue. They know that this is not God, but this is the picture of God. You're not supposed to add that statue to the God. Because God is divine. God is divine. God is one. God created all these things. God doesn't need us. We need Him. Why we need Him? Because we're in so much sin. You guys are drinking alcohol. Alcohol, Jesus Christ, peace be upon Him, drank Himself. At that time it was allowed.
But you guys come and drink alcohol.
Prophets obviously Prophet never drank, but at Prophet's time, Sahaba, the people that were with Prophet used to drink. It was not a big deal. That's when somebody done something wrong. The wisdom behind it was to test the religion, see if humankind can take it. There was fasting for 6 months, testing humans to see if they can take it. Everything changes. It came back to a month. Nobody drank alcohol after when it was barred. Before that, everybody drank. Now, if you're drinking and I tell you this is wrong, it's not wrong. It's your choice. It's your choice. You pay for what you do. Your deeds will reward you for what you've done in this earth on that. Hereafter, basically.
So the more good you do here, the better karma, the better it is when you you get more rewards when you go up there.
Yes.
Apparently.
But even those rewards that we do will not be enough to take us to heaven unless God wills.
Oh yes.
If God doesn't will for us, we will never enter heaven. He has to will.
Have to appease.
He has to say yes. You have to appease your God. He will see. The reason why we say it's all God's all-knowing is because He wrote these things. He wrote these words. Whether I'm going to choose the right words to say, whether I'm going to choose being silent, whether I'm going to choose different approach. This is already written. The destiny is already
that's
written.
how Muslims live their life.
But you say...
No, they don't. They don't.
You say, that when you get up there, you're judged for what happens down here.
For what you done, yes.
But how many times a day do you pray?
I pray. See, when I wake up, I say.
How many times do Muslims pray a day?
5 times.
Yeah.
They can pray as many times as they want. There's no limits to prayer.
But every time you pray for forgiveness, you're forgiven for your sin. So when you get up there,
no.
You're
we
forgiven.
are not.
So it doesn't matter what you do down here.
We are not.
Because when you get up there, you've already prayed for forgiveness.
God.
1 minute. You've already prayed for forgiveness when you get up there.
Mountains and mountains and mountains of prayer and front of God. It means nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. If He doesn't want you in heaven. If He doesn't want me in heaven.
So why did the
That stayed exclusive for long.
believe that by killing infidels?
Yes. You're not an infidel, you're a Christian. You can't call yourself an infidel. Or you just say I'm a Christian.
He's not a Muslim, no.
But
You can't, no.
But you
Like I explained to you, you're a Jew, he's non-Jew. Or you're a Christian, he's non-Christian, I'm a non-Christian.
Yeah. But we will apparently we will never get into your place. We will not be invited there because we don't.
We're inferior.
Yeah, so that's the sort of
what goes round comes back around.
Good deed, yeah.
So if I don't respect your religion, am I going to expect respect from you for my religion? No way.
Well,
because if I've already disrespected your religion, I have already disrespected the religion. So in return, I'm not hoping for respect because it's already done. Now, if I'm respecting your religion, you
but you're not allowed to. Right.
Ahlul Kitab. Ahlul Kitab. Christians, Jews, Zoroastrians, Muslims. These.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about David, King David's people. I don't know who they are. We've got very few of them. We've got very few Jews. But these are Ahlul Kitab. Ahlul Kitab means that the words came down to them. So you cannot judge them. Allah
I'm
judge.
forgetting what I'm forgetting what the word is.
The
But
infidel you were
when
trying to say.
when the
Infidel.
day comes,
Okay.
the end day,
Uh-huh.
we will not go to the better place, but you will.
We'll go to the hellfire.
Yeah, we'll burn in hell.
Good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Jingle, jingle.
Wait.
Swear,
Just
keep it down, keep it down.
Wait. I'm saying, I'm going to go to a good place and you're not going to go to a good
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
That's your question.
No, it's just how it is.
Okay.
That is how it is
Okay.
in your religion.
Am I God? Am
No,
I God?
but that is what your
Wait, am I
God
God?
or your prophet.
No, am I God?
No, you're
No, you won't say I'm a God.
No.
No, I'm not a God. Then who am I to say you're going to hell?
Your,
What if I
your
go to
religion,
what?
your book, your good book says that. It says it in your Quran.
If you don't follow the right
If we
path,
don't follow,
if you don't
your
follow
God,
the right
we
path,
will burn in hell.
yes, if you go in the wrong path, you go kill somebody.
Fuck banana.
If you go kill somebody, if you go rape somebody, if you go steal from somebody, if you do any
But you can make
bad
that
deeds,
up. You can make that up.
you're
with
not
your
going to go
God.
to heaven. Huh?
Your God will forgive you,
Have you
if
read
you
the
do.
book?
If you do good things,
Uh-huh.
your God will forgive you. That because you know that's what he's about, isn't it?
If you do good things, my God will forgive me.
If I'm getting denied, I thought I was on there.
No. What you're trying to
Yeah,
say
man.
is, if you do bad deeds or good
Move it
deeds,
across a
God's
little
going to
tiny
forgive
bit.
you.
Yeah, if you do bad deeds,
Uh-huh.
then you have to make that up to your God
Uh-huh.
to appease him, type of thing, to get to where you're going. So the end day, when this day comes, that the fucking place is going to burn or however it's going to happen.
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about the judgment day when it happens.
Judgment Day, that's the word.
The judgment day will have a 50,000 years.
You
One day.
can't believe that, surely.
May God, he can make what's his name? Ashab al-Kahf disappear for 300 years. He can do anything, my friend.
He made who disappear?
Do you remember Christianity was very weak when it was
He
very
brings
first?
the earth to heaven on the
My friend, 1 minute.
Only unicorn.
My friend, Christianity was very, very weak at that time. People were scared to show their religion, and the kings were Jews at the time. So there was people, 6 men and a dog went to a cave and slept for 300 years. Do you remember that story?
No, but it's amazing. 300 years.
Mhm.
And they walk up and just... And they just walk out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now listen to this story. It's not finished. They made a movie about it. You need to watch it. The time of Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, there was a group of people that were facing the Jewish king. And the fear of their lives, they ran away. For fear of their lives, they ran away. They ended up hiding in this cave. When they hid in the cave, what happened was God made them. God made them go to sleep for 300 years. Okay,
You can't believe that.
it's your
Surely.
Christians.
You
It's
can't.
not Muslim. It's not any other religion.
No,
It's
but
Christians.
you can't.
You know what
That's
I believe?
how
You know what I believe?
Would you believe that?
I
story?
believe.
You're told
Yes.
you can't.
I believe.
Yes.
that all
If I'm
religions-
gonna wait. If I'm gonna believe Moses' story, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna believe this. If I'm gonna believe Noah's story, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna believe this. If I'm gonna believe Adam's story, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna believe this. See, any story, every story has different story, different things. Something.
Edible.
Throw us up.
Edible.
There you go.
I
It
love
was something.
edibles.
It threw us out. Would you say we was wrong? Would he say pear was wrong? Would he say apple was wrong? We don't know.
No, exactly.
We don't know. But there was something that happened. The devil came and whispered in the man's ear and the woman's ear. The devil asked God to give him life till the day of judgment, and he is our enemy. He will say, if you see on the judgment day, he will have a space to stand and say, listen, I wasn't the one deceived. Now you know the truth. He tells the truth towards the judgment day. He says, I'm not your Lord. Your Lord is true and he is standing by his words. That's what the devil, Iblis, or the devil will say. In English, his name is devil, but in Arabic it's Iblis. They call devil Iblis. He was a very pious man, the Iblis guy. He thought angels. So if he's our enemy, we should be very, very, very frightened. We should be very scared. Story of Adam, story of Noah. Look at story of Noah. The entire earth covered into water.
So I'm just familiar with it.
Come on, that's a story, man. How can I believe that? Jesus said it, Moses said it, Muhammad said it. That's why I believe it. Because these people were pious people. These people were innocent people. They never had a single sin in the entire days of their living. So, what they said, some people will say, fair enough, it was fiction, it was in the brain, or whatever. But if you don't believe, where do you get the hope from? If you don't believe in God, where do you get the hope from?
There's no hope.
Oh, come on. How no? There must be hope.
What do you see on this earth? If there was a God, right, would you see people getting blown up, bombed, raped? Would God allow that?
Wait.
Would a real God, if there was someone up there watching down now, would he allow an old granny to get raped? Would he allow a child to get raped? Would he allow someone to bomb a building full of kids?
I mean, what is God is great.
If
God
is so powerful,
God is great. How would
He's
you
asking,
say?
do you know what he just asked? Why would God allow for children to get killed, bombed?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What in your language, what is God is great?
we're
How
all
would you
supposed to be
say
children
is
of God.
great? Would you say
Khudai Loida.
any of the versions of it?
Yes, there is an Arabic version as well. The actual religion
So
that
what
came
is
Well,
Allah Akbar? What does that mean?
God is
Allah
great.
Akbar means God is great.
I thought it was.
God is great, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
That,
Aye.
Khudai Loida.
I've never seen any Christians shout that when they've fucking blown people up.
So why do so
Have you ever heard
when
of
an
Christian?
Islamist bombs somewhere or stabs someone and he shouts Allah Akbar?
He's doing that.
Why
for
is
the
he
grace
doing
of
that?
God.
Why is he doing that?
This guy is asking, why is the guy killing in the name of Allah? Basically, that's what the entire question is.
Yeah.
Okay, let me answer this. Firstly, in Islam, if you look at a person who committed any sin, any sin,
Yeah.
Well,
Isn't that where his repaying? Is he doing that to repay his
Can I
his
finish?
God?
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a court of justice, like
Sharia court.
Sharia court,
Yeah.
in Sharia court, you have to bring the person to justice. It has to have witnesses, and any thing to do with less than a month in jail has to have one witness. Anything to do with more than 6 months jail has to have 2 witnesses.
Okay, so let me just pause you there. So if 2 men rape a woman in your country,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
they cannot get done.
Huh?
Because she hasn't got no witnesses.
yes.
So they cannot get done.
They will never get done.
Yeah.
No.
So that's bad, isn't it?
That's bad.
So
Yes.
that's Sharia court as well,
Wait.
then, isn't it?
Wait.
Sharia court doesn't work
Wait.
then. You just proved that in one sentence.
Wait.
Get out of jail
free card.
No.
Yeah, but
Well,
it is,
no,
isn't
no,
it?
no,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
no, no,
wait,
I like to
wait,
do it. I
wait.
like to wear both sides.
A guy gets up and kills 100 people and he gets away with all of them. Okay? A guy gets up and kills 100 people and he gets away with all of them. Do you think if there was no superior being for 100 murders, do you think if there was no superior being, these 100 murders went to waste? There has to have a superior being to do the justice.
And who is that superior?
That superior being is God.
We've now got,
Yes.
now got the science
Wait.
to prove.
Wait,
We don't.
I've not finished my conversation yet.
Right, well, I'll listen to you, I'll listen to you.
So you keep changing and
No,
bombarding me with
no,
other
no.
questions. The question was you asked, who gives them the right to go kill in the name of Allah? Basically, that's your question, wasn't it? I said anything to do with one-month sentence will have to have a witness.
Yeah.
Now, even for a rape that you commit adultery, even if it's not a rape, you will still get punished.
Oh yeah, of course,
If you admit it, you will get punished less. If you don't admit it, you will get punished more. If there's witnesses.
Because Allah, he sees all this. He
No.
knows all this.
No, that's not the case. What I'm trying to say is for human to human in a Sharia law. If you have sex with somebody without marriage, like it was 200 years ago in this country, you were there was no sex, there was modesty, there was clothes, and there was everything else. You will still get punished for the sex you done outside marriage. If it's rape, it has a bigger punishment. Like in rape, we kill. We give death penalty for rapists in my country, is because the woman is forced to do that. Now, in Prophet's time, there was a woman that wanted to seduce a man so bad. Okay? Wanted to seduce a man so bad. He every time tried to avoid her because he was pious. He was a good man, he was a pious, and we all know that Yusuf, Prophet Yusuf was the most handsomest man on earth living. And he was compared to that of his time. Huh?
Pizza.
Oh, who ordered a pizza? Get away here. Have you?
Pizza.
Shit, I said I thought it was pizza.
You thought it was who?
So he...
You thought it was who? You thought it was who?
We,
Oh, right.
Like, sorry about that. Like, well, you actually do it.
man, I don't like getting on YouTube, but I'm just...
No, but it's good because I'd like to hear your opinions.
It's very important. Listen,
Interesting and
listen.
important, yeah.
If you want to be respected, you have to give respect back. You can't be respected if you're being arrogant, if you're being cocky, or if you're being any sort of dishonorable act, basically. But if you want respect in return, then you have to give respect.
Exactly.
It's the same with the religion. If you don't respect any other religion, then how are you expecting people to respect your religion?
This is why we're asking the questions we're asking. Because
Would
we're-
you, as a Muslim,
Yeah. I've not answered your question. I need to answer your question. He asked me a question here.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
carry on.
He asked me, I haven't finished with that story. I don't know how many people I'm going to answer, but I'm going to finish his story first.
I'm listening.
So this person got accused, and no, in fact, the woman was trying to seduce him every time she couldn't, pardon me, she couldn't seduce him. So she, then this elderly woman said, "Oh, you want this man so bad?" I said, "Yeah." She replied to her, "Yes, I do." And he says, "That's not how you do it. Let me do it for you." And he said, "I'll go get him. You just lock him in the house and do whatever to him." So she goes and brings him to the house and locks him, and then this younger woman comes and tries it with him. Okay, and then he still refuses, and if he says, "If you don't have sex with me, I'm going to start shouting, saying rape, 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 rape. He raped me." Then he still refuses, and she starts shouting rape, 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 rape. Now who's going to save this man?
We get the same.
DNA.
We're getting the same.
DNA.
1400 years ago, there was no DNA.
Oh, you're about 1400 years ago.
We weren't around 1400 years
I
ago.
thought it was
We
about
weren't
now.
around,
I thought it was about
um,
Sharif Courts and now and murder and
Wait,
rape and bombing.
What age? What age are you?
In the 40s.
Just tell me your age. Sorry.
Oh, you're not
Pause the
fucking
cameras, wait, pause the cameras.
He's
Hey,
fine,
whisper it. Alright.
56.
Now, I don't
Okay.
think he was here 50 years ago, was it?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't here 28 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on.
So, all we know is by reading, opening a book or chemistry, biology, geology, whatever it is, we learn, we have this ability in our brain that we grasp. We learn.
Yeah.
So we learned everything that we have in our brain is either from our teachers, either from our parents, either from our friends, or either from the company we sat. Do you agree to that?
Yep.
So, what is garlic? Garlic, right. Sorry.
Now, if you look at this man, how he gets away is because at the time he was in the jail. Hazrat Umar asked, where is this handsome man? He doesn't seem to come to mosque anymore. He was a pious man. He'd come to pray 5 times a day. He'd be coming first and leaving last, and he's not here anymore.
We were on the.
He's the real one. I'm shitting myself out. So yes,
Where's he gone? This nice.
yeah, and
Nice
this where's this nice pious man? I need to let you play that video. You need to watch this video towards the end.
Chief Garda, you're a
P.S. Welshman.
So where is this man? And then a Sahabi replies and says, "Oh, he is in jail. He was accused of raping somebody. He's in jail. He's gonna wait for his punishment, basically." And I'm gonna play the video after this. My brain is fucked for this. Before that, I was telling you something. I can't remember what it was.
It was about the Sharia court and the woman getting raped by 2 men.
Yeah.
And they can't get done for it under Sharia
Good.
law.
Good. The reason why they can't get done in Sharia law,
It's because she has no witnesses.
uh,
But we have
she
DNA
doesn't
now.
have a witness.
But we
I-
have DNA now.
Wait. The DNA that you test, you take it out and you go take it to the lab and say that's his DNA and that's his DNA. You get arrested, he gets arrested, you get shot in the head, and he gets shot in the head. That's the justice of Islam. And here you go 7 years in jail and you come back out, bang, and do the same thing again.
No, I agree with the death penalty.
Huh?
I agree with bringing the death penalty back for certain crimes.
Yeah.
I agree with it.
Yes.
I agree, totally agree.
So,
Rape, murder,
yeah.
terrorism offences.
Any offence that harms an
Women,
innocent
children,
human being should be
Women,
killed.
children, old people, bombing, killings.
Anything that harms a human being,
Not harms a human being, because some...
no, some harms are punching, fighting, you saw, right?
Yeah,
You
no,
can-
not right, but some could be in an act of revenge, which could be, say, someone's kid could have been raped. So that man may have got off with it. That dad is angry. So that dad goes out and hurts that man.
Yeah.
Should he be punished by death for saving his daughter? Well, not saving his daughter, but for defending his daughter.
If he dies, he's a mortal death.
Well, we're not about
Wait.
if he dies.
If this guy
We're
dies,
not
he's a
about
mortal
just
death.
We're not about all acts of assault. We're on about murder. We're on about rape. We're not on about just a punch in the face or a black eye. We're
No,
on about,
obviously.
no, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Come to that. Nowadays we have an advanced science. We call it.
Yeah.
Like you said, we don't need to have witnesses. We just need the DNA, and you shag the person. Tras, yes, Your Honor, this is the DNA. Forensics say yes, this guy's done it. You go 7 years in jail. But if you go Sharia law, you go shot in the head.
Yeah, but if you've got
There is no other
Yeah, but-
alternative for rape.
but only if
Why?
you've got witnesses.
Huh?
Only if you've got witnesses. witnesses because Sharia law doesn't go on DNA, does it?
Oh my God! Oh,
Sharia law doesn't use DNA as evidence. Sharia law, you said you need 2 witnesses. If that woman is being raped by a gang of people, she's got no witnesses.
she's got that come inside her.
But that's not evidence, remember, because you need witnesses, you said, Sharia law. You need evidence of 2 people.
There's always in the game as well the thing that someone might
That's
be
when we
lying
do
on
DNA.
that line.
No, but
That's-
Sharia law doesn't base on DNA, remember, because DNA wasn't about when
Listen.
Sharia law was invented.
Listen, see, in the DNA that we talk,
Do you use DNA in Sharia courts now?
we have DNA in our book.
No, but I mean, not in the book, because you have Sharia councils, not Sharia courts. So in towns across England, you have Sharia councils what deal with Muslim-only offences, so like domestic violence. So like, say if you have a wife and you hit your wife, instead of going to a proper common law court, a real court, you have a Sharia council where your peers judge you and punish you differently to how we're being punished in our courts for the same crime.
Okay, now this guy brought Sharia. Everybody listen.
Yeah, I was thinking.
In Islam, it says wherever you live under their rule. That's their country,
So
not
what-
yours.
yeah, okay. No, I agree
Now,
with that. So
I
why have
live in
you-
your country. It has to be the law from this country.
I totally agree with that. So why have we got Sharia?
Calm it.
If I'm a Muslim,
Calm it.
if I am a
No,
Muslim,
no, 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 no. That wasn't the same.
if I am a Muslim, I'll have to obey this law because my
Yeah.
Sharia law, like you say, no, my Sharia. You know Sharia means. You know.
You define what it means to me.
Okay, I'll explain it to you. I am living in this country. I have to be dealt by this law. In the UK law.
Totally, yeah.
Why? Reason why? Because this is a Christian-based country. Nothing to do with Islam. If I'm getting punished in Israel, I will get punished the Jewish way of punishment. Wait. I have no right.
I know.
I have no right whatsoever to change their law.
So you do not agree with Sharia councils then?
These councils in the UK.
Do you believe in Sharia
That's not-
councils?
That's bullshit. Yes.
You don't believe in them? No.
No.
I mean, they are there, but you don't believe it should be there.
No. It has to. The country has to have a Sharia law because they're claiming to be Muslim Islamic Republic. They are Sharia. Now we're living in the UK.
Yeah.
This is UK territory, so they have their own law.
Yeah.
In Islam, it tells you wherever you live, you obeyed their law.
Yeah.
You can't change it. You change it, you bring
I know.
revolution. You don't want to bring revolution unless you want to fight and overtake the government and choose your own law. That's a totally different story. Otherwise, you're bound to live under the law of the country that you're living in.
Yeah.
I will bring you books upon books upon books to read. Now these people that are living in Sheffield and have thousands and millions of pounds, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Because money talks.
Money, yeah, of course
Yeah.
it does.
In
Money's
actual Sharia, you're bound to respect and obey the law of that country. Because you're living in that country. That's Islam, that's teaching of Islam to you. That's how you will bring peace. That's how you'll be submitting yourself.
Not in this country.
Huh?
It doesn't happen in this
I know
country.
it isn't happening in this country. This
so
is like
like-
top
so
people
why
are rich
do-
and
hey.
they can do whatever they're judges, they're advocates, people are what is it called?
What does kingdom mean to the Muslim people? The United Kingdom. They come here because
The kingdom, let me tell you about kingdom. My country is the longest running kingdom on earth. 7,000. Nothing apart from Dari means Darbari means from the kings. Dari language, it's the same language like twang of Scottish. I'm talking in Scottish. You wouldn't say that isn't English, but it is in English because I'm speaking Scottish. Yet it's still English, you understand. Same with Iranian and Farsi. Farsi and Dari. Dari was the Darbari. Darbari means the king's house, like a castle. castle language, basically. That's what Dari means. Castle language. We were the kings of these parts. We were the kings of the Russians. We were the kings of the Indians. We were the kings of this side. I promise you, my
You
country.
know that, or-
No, this is history. You need to read it. You need to read it. From one king to another king to another king to another king to another king. We had 7,000 years of history. King Yama, 3,000 years ago, when he changed the name Aryana.
Tracy, you want some food?
Sorry?
Pizza.
There's a wee pizza if you want some.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's
so,
a Scottish
okay.
one out there, isn't it?
So as a Muslim, you're coming to
I'm just looking at this to see if I'm not
because
posting on
you
the far
remember
right.
you're going to take it
I
over
think
this
that was
kingdom because you wanted to become your kingdom.
I was not on the
Like
that was
you used to have, like you used
Like
to have,
colonial power, like
in the
conquering countries.
1700s, like you said, yours was the biggest kingdom.
They're both 10.
Now you know the United Kingdom. You want to become the biggest Muslim kingdom.
They're only having mushroom.
You want to take over the United Kingdom.
You think
Because
United
you believe-
Kingdom is just going to go, okay, come.
No, because
yeah,
you
Her
believe-
Majesty is going to say, okay, come take the government. eh? It's all your sit down, here's your throne.
Well, we have a Muslim mayor.
Come
We have a Muslim mayor.
on.
We have how many members of
May this
Parliament
country
as
ruled.
Muslim?
See, when this country ruled, they ruled when there was no sun down. Sun was never
What
down.
country are you from?
Afghanistan. They never ruled us. We defeated them 3 times. Read it.
Hey,
Read it. We defeated them 3 times.
did it?
We sent the last soldier alive. In war, everything is allowed. It's a war.
Is there?
It's a war.
Is there-
Everything is allowed. We said, read the history, my friend. Read the history. We defeated them 3 times. Every time.
So, what I'm saying is,
Listen. This country is 17th century.
see, you can talk, don't you about that? You're all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Don't worry about it. Fuck off, you. I'm doing a fucking interview. Fuck off, man. On there, stop being so paranoid, mate. No. I'm the boss. No. Fuck off, mate. Fuck off. Shh. Come on. Right, no, because this is, I'm interested in this conversation.
It's been fucking awesome down there.
No, when it gets stopped,
It's
by the
just
end,
literally
change
constant,
the
isn't
ball.
it?
No, I really don't want the police to come in.
No, fucking what about the fucking police, mate?
He's just me, you know.
Oh, police come, I've got a bat in the back. Don't worry about the police.
Okay, I'm going to calm myself.
No, you don't need to calm down. No, well, this is civilised.
Okay.
This is just him being paranoid. He doesn't like raise voices.
I don't like.
I'm putting the music on.
I don't like. I just came today. This guy was an angel today. He just spoke
He's
to
an
me.
angel every
He's
day.
an
You know what he
angel.
did? You know what he did last night?
Says-
He took 2 homeless people off the street who had black eyes, who had been beaten, and he gave them a free room.
That's being an angel. That's
Yeah,
a good.
but that's
because
taking money out of my
that's a good
pocket.
deed. That's a good deed.
Yeah.
Very good day.
And he will be rewarded
Like
for
I
that
said,
later
who
on.
am I to judge? I'm not the God to say, okay, you're not going to heaven. Well, that was an act of kindness. That was an act of kindness. So I'm not God. I have
But
no
at the end of the day,
permission.
at the end
Listen,
of
if
the
I'm
day,
not God and I don't have permission to give anything, to say anything, what gives me the right to kill somebody? If I don't even have the permission to say, oh, you're going to hell or you're not going to hell. That's up to God to send you to hell or to send you to heaven. It's nothing to do with me. It's you that will go in your grave. Me, I'll go in my grave. I'll be hanged from my feet. You'll be hanged from your feet. Like if you go to a butcher, you see a sheep hanging from his own feet, a goat hanging from his own feet. You answer for your deeds, I answer for my deeds. I have no power to say you're going to hell.
No.
I have no knowledge for you to go and say you're going to hell or to heaven. Right? Because I'm not God.
No.
God is all knowing.
Yes.
He sent his books.
Uh-huh.
He sent us 4 books. In his books he said, do this, don't do this, don't do this. These are the things. Do this, don't do this, don't do this. Basically, that's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
Things that we do, to-do list and not to-do list. Basically, that's what the message was. So we are living in
In a story.
we're living in peace in between each other. Because if there was no law and if there was no religion, Do you not think people were starting murdering each other and just run away and kill another one and
No,
run away?
I
and
disagree
whatever
with
the
you.
fuck they please,
No, I
and there was no
disagree.
law and shit.
If
But
there
they
was
not
no
do it.
religion,
Uh-huh.
there would be peace on earth.
Yeah.
Because all wars are over religions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whose
Well,
God
you
is
can
better
start
than,
it with
whose
the
God
religion.
was the biggest, best God in the world? Right? It's
Speaking
our
the
leaders
truth,
now.
There is only one God, Allah.
What are you about?
That's what apparently it is, isn't it? There's only one God.
There is
Allah.
only one God.
Uh-huh.
There is only one God, and that's your mother.
No, that's
I'm
not your
just
mother.
speaking for them.
My mother is my
I'm
only
speaking.
My
Yeah.
mother is the only person
I
out.
don't agree.
Your mum is
One got different names.
Yeah.
is your mum is
Choose your words carefully.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to think what to say. Your mother is your mother's a good woman. I'm just going to say that so you don't take it. Your mother's your mother's
A vessel.
yeah. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. Your mother
No.
carried you for 9 months, but she didn't know what was going on in her stomach, did she? Did she done it herself? She had to go and have intimate relation with somebody for you to be created in there, basically.
But what I'm saying is,
Now,
my
wait a
mother
minute.
created who I am. I'm not on about being in the stomach. I'm on about my values, what I believe in. You go on a God that was made up thousands of years ago. I have everything that comes from me comes from my mother. She gave me she showed me respect. She showed me
Who gave
respect.
life to your mother?
Well, no, but you're
No. Who
No,
gave
but-
life
but-
to your mother?
But that's not the person that's giving you the respect. You're taking what your knowledge from a God. I'm taking my knowledge from a woman that has lived a life and treat people how they want to be treated with respect.
Okay. How am I taking the knowledge from God?
No,
No.
everything you've
No,
referred to
knowledge
is
was sent to
a
us by God. Knowledge
I mean,
was
religion,
knowledge
God
was
is
one
all-
of the gifts that was sent to humankind.
But do you think if there was no religion,
Uh-huh.
right, do you think there would be many wars? There would be wars because wars are fought over oil and money.
Devil is your
Control.
biggest enemy. Please accept that. Devil, when he was thrown out, unworthy of your time, they are God. That's what
Thank you, Lucas. Thank you.
Iblis, the devil,
Thank you,
said to
thank you.
God, and he was thrown out the heavens. Okay.
Yeah. So you think
And now he whispers in your ears, and he's got an army.
Very
Say
nice,
a
very
minute,
nice.
say a minute, you're on
It is nice, isn't it?
Right, so
I've never had one of these.
He's
before.
got an army.
all Muslims are hating, right? And I agree to a sentiment they're hating because their countries are being bombed.
No. Who are hating who?
Really nice.
You, not you personally,
Right.
yeah, but the majority of Muslims are hating British and American people because we've, according to your people, invaded your country.
Okay.
and bombed
First
and
of all,
killed your
first of
people.
all,
But
I
but-
don't-
but- but- but-
I don't
I'm not
hate
saying you, I
anybody.
didn't say you. But what I'm saying is, we've got over on a Polish guy here, yeah,
Mhm.
who's seen many, he hasn't seen, but his country has gone through many wars and attacks
Yeah.
from more than one side, from every side. So he's not pleading. He's got that. He knows the struggles he's had. You should know the struggles you've had and know where them struggles come from. They didn't come from some pie in the sky. They come from governments and power.
Ego trips.
They didn't come from the civilians, me and you. Why are we fighting each other? This is wrong. If everything we agree on is government,
Which ones are
government
there?
control and government created,
Oh, okay.
why are we not all joining forces and going to the government?
Good, it's nice.
Overthrow the
Really
government,
is
and we
nice,
all agree
yeah.
on the same
What is
principles
it?
of life. You treat people how you want to be treated. Yeah, you treat people with
You
respect.
change government, you will never change rich people. Sit down, I want to tell
It's
you.
a top 1% rule everything.
See, my country,
Said it perfectly, Daphne. Perfectly said. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
instead
work-
of attacking us, attack the
yes,
governments that do it.
he said, He said,
They hide behind us.
21%
They caused the
population,
arguments
there's
in the
99% of
fight,
us
then hide
who can
behind
stop
us.
this. We don't need wars.
Black Lives Matter was created
you
by the
listen
government
to me,
as a
please.
divide
Yeah.
You need to listen
to
to
put
me.
you off the main thing that's created
Oh,
with
yeah.
the coronavirus.
You
know,
need to listen to me.
everything's
You need to listen to me.
gone.
Where I'm from, Afghanistan.
Yep.
Well known to people, we are a colonial graveyard, like Genghis Khan. Do you know Genghis Khan?
I'm not
Mother, you
Oh, yeah.
kill a child in mum's arms and fucking stab a mum in front of a child. He was an evil person. He would kill for fun. Kids, when they would kill for fun. I wouldn't like that.
No.
I don't like killing. It's just wrong, especially innocent. See, my country was a country like this. We used to have benefit system. We used
Where's
to
this
have
guy?
180
like
different tribes. Different tribes as in different colors. We have Chinese. We have Uzbek from Turkey. We have Uzbek from Uzbekistan. We have Pashtun from where that's our land. We have Aimaq, Azara. There's about 180 tribes, different color, different shape, different size. My sister's son is whiter than you. He's got bluer eyes than you. He's got blonder hair than you. And I will show you.
Can't get whiter than active.
Nice one.
So this country,
I like that.
what was that?
She says you can't get whiter than active.
Trust me.
He's
No,
really, really
it's
white.
got-
Well, that's quite white.
Wait a minute. I'm not finished.
That's it, it's all in the eyes.
My country, ever since they defeated